Alright, Frank, this is what I'm going to be using for the setup here. I got my guitar going through the purple cable. We're going to go into my Ibanez TS9 distortion pedal. We'll use that at certain points for certain songs and off for others. And then this cable right here is going out and it's going in to the Korg A3 on the back. There's a direct out which goes out this other cable here, goes over into my tuner so I can check my tuning, and then the affected out goes out and it goes into your amp there on the blue cable. Now in addition, the Korg has this unit here, the FC6, which allows you to turn on and off different effects, and we're going to be using that at different times throughout the setup, throughout the songs. There's also an additional foot switch next to it. This one turns off. If I zoom up on these, this switches between modes. So if I push A, it's in effect mode. So then I can press C and it turns on and off an effect like, say, the chorus, or D is delay, possibly. That isn't necessarily a correlation, but that's just what I picked to say. And then you switch it back, and now when the lights are off, you'll see a number 30 up here, and then you can hit these buttons to go up by a couple programs or go down, and you can see I'm changing patches here, and so you can go up and down by numbers, and then when you're done with that, you can hit this button again to go back to where you were turning the effects on and off. This other button here is a bypass, and we're going to use that as well. And then we also got a volume pedal, and so when this is all the way down, you can tune and fade out the volume going to the amp, so you can tune without making any noise going through the amp. And then of course when it's forward like that, then it's actually the volume's up. So that's a quick setup. All the other stuff in the rack here we're not going to use. We're only going to use the Korg A3 for all this. It's got the foot controller, which will make it easy to turn stuff on and off, and we'll just augment it with the one distortion pedal in front, because the A3 distortions are a little more 80s and 90s kinds of metallic, both in terms of heavy metal music and just in terms of the way they sound. They're not as warm as what you can get off of a nice pedal from the 80s that was made in Japan. So anyway, that's our setup.